Kenzer, welcome to Maldon Tiptree. How does it feel to be our new lead under-18 coach?
It's exciting. Obviously, I spoke to Liam and he mentioned about the opportunity. And to be fair, he said about, I have a couple of days to think about it. But I was pretty certain as soon as he spoke to us that I wanted to take the opportunity. Everything that's going on here is exciting.
You just mentioned there, Liam. What will the relationship be like between you two?
To be fair, Liam, speaking to Liam, he's laid back. He'll sort of watch from afar. He'll ask questions, but like I said, he said to me that I want you to come in, I want you to run the team, I want you to get the boys going. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to sort of guide, support, and sort of question when needed.
Can you tell us a bit about your footballing journey so far?
Yeah. So I started football 9, 10 years of age, which is quite late, considering nowadays people are playing football at 5, 6 years of age. I got scouted to West Ham when I was 10. And then I was there through my whole youth. Got my pro contract there at 18. Was there for another year after that. And then come out of West Ham, went to Oxford United for a bit. And to be fair, football was a tough environment. So at that time, the manager got sacked, new manager come in, they offered us a new deal at Oxford. And I just fell out of love with the game. I was travelling from London to Oxford every day and just had my daughter. So League Two football weren't something I was looking at. I was looking at a different career path. And then I just stopped playing football for a bit. Then I went into non-league, played non-league for a few years, went into the conference, played Ryman, won the Ryman North with Hornchurch. And then at 26, I had to stop playing completely. I damaged my hip and I was told that I'd pretty much have to have a hip operation at 26 if I wanted to carry on playing. So packed it in and focused on the coaching. So yeah, that's my football journey in a nutshell, I guess.
And how has that experience within like the footballing world like helped like your coaching now?
Well, for me now, when I coach how I'd like to have been coached as a player. And for me, when I'm coaching these boys, it's so much more than just getting them on the pitch and working on the football aspect of the game. It's the mental side of the game. When I'm looking at developing a player, the first thing I look at is how can I develop them mentally first? Can I build them up? Can I build up their resilience, their mindset? Because there's so many kids out there that are talented and they fall at the hurdle of, well, they ain't got the right mindset. They ain't got that drive, or every time they come to an obstacle, they sort of fall from it and they give up. So they're sort of trying to build that resilience within these young boys in this generation that, okay, sometimes you will foul. That's fine. You learn from it and then we keep going.
You just mentioned the word mentality there. Would you say that's the biggest issue within under-18 football at the moment?
I wouldn't say it's an issue. I just think it's a little bit different now, this generation of player. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Things are a lot more controlled. Managers are a lot more controlled in how they behave and how they coach, which is not always a bad thing. And I think you've got a lot of young coaches coming through now that have played and want to help develop this next generation of player. And I think this next generation coming through, I think it will be a little bit different to what it was. I'm hoping that you're getting a lot more players that are going to have that bit of creativity, a bit more flair, a bit more brave, and not so robotic. Because when I was younger, coming through academies, it was very robotic. This is how you do things. This is what you have to do. You play the ball here, do this, do that. And it sort of takes away that excitement and creativity within football a little bit. And I think with the new generation of coaches coming through, we're promoting that a lot more. We're trying to bring out that side of players, that personality within the player. Oh, it's amazing. To be fair, like, I come in and I was told that the under-18s get all their tracksuits, they get all their jumpers, they get all their training kit laid out for them. That's amazing. When I was playing non-league in the first team, we didn't get that. So they're currently in the Ryman North, but all the younger teams in the first, they get treated like they're a League One club, like a professional club. It's fantastic the way to do things over here. And what that will do is it will encourage people to join and people to come on trial, younger players. But the biggest thing I think you've got with that is we can't let the players get comfortable. They get given so much here, but then they've still got to have that drive and they've got to be told, okay, this is a great opportunity, don't let it slip.
What are you going to look for from your under-18s players this season?
The biggest thing for me straight off the bat will be the way they work, their work rate, the intensity, and they train, the intensity that they play at. I can help develop them technically, tactically. That's not difficult. We can work on that on the training pitch. We can work on that during games. But the biggest thing I'll be looking at when I look at every individual player will be how they train, their reactions to situations on the pitch during training, their mentality, and just sort of, like I say, seeing that, building that mental aspect of every single one of them and a resilience within them. That's what I want to see from my players. Success for me would be some of these boys breaking into the first team. Of course, you want to win games. Of course, we want to do well in the league. We want to have a good little run in the FA Youth Cup. But for me, the real success would be how many boys can we get on the bench in the first team? How many boys can get an appearance for the first team? And that is what I've come here for. I want to help these boys in their career and hopefully help them along the path. So can they get into that first team? Can they break into non-league football, professional football? And yeah, if I can be a part of that, then great.
And finally, you got your first training session with the lads tonight ahead of the FA Youth Cup this Wednesday. What do you hope to get out of tonight's session?
For me tonight, I need to get to know. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it in terms of Wednesday. There ain't loads I can do in such a short space of time. But what I would say is get to know them, see what they're about. I'm going to put them through their paces today so I can really see which individuals I like, to be honest, and just go from there. It will be a hard session tonight, I can tell you that for sure.